Hi guys, it's Parth with Remax Metropolis. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the differences between owning versus renting from an investment point of view. So for example, I'm going to be comparing owning versus renting a house in Oshawa. A typical home in Oshawa might cost you around $750,000. And let's say we're just going to put down $50,000 as our down payment, and the remaining $700,000 would be our mortgage. This is going to result in around $3,300 for our monthly mortgage payments. This is based off a 1.9% interest as well as a 21-year amortization period. Obviously, you can lengthen the amortization period to 30 years to even bring down your mortgage even further to around $2,500. We can assume taxes to be around $290 as well as utilities to be around $300. And this is going to total to just under $4,000 monthly. Now, let's say if we were to rent this house, it would typically cost about $2,300. Now, you would put down your deposit of your first and last month rent, which is $4,600, which would go towards your rent payment. So you're looking at about $2,600 per month to be able to rent this property, including $300 for utilities. Now, let's look at this over a 5-year period and compare what happens when you own that house and when you rent that house. So let's take a look out over here. So in a case where you're renting, you're spending about $156,000 over the span of 5 years. And this is a net loss. At the end of the 5 years, you have nothing left. And versus if you were to own this place, you would have spent over $237,000. And what happens in this scenario? You spent a lot more, but a lot of your mortgage payment based on 1.9% interest would be going towards paying off your house, which means over a span of 5 years, you would have paid off about $142,000. So at the end of the 5 years, the person who owned the place would have $142,000 worth of equity, while the person who rented the place would have $0 in any equity. Now, that $142,000 in equity for owning that place is basically like paying yourself $28,000 a year. And on top of that, at the rate which house prices have been going up in the GTA, you could assume that the $750,000 home could be worth even $850,000 in 5 years. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you do have any questions about real estate, feel free to give me a shout and I'll be happy to chat.